What is up, Gundam MSIA fans? Today's video is going to be talking about the Japanese release Zaku 2, which is this one, and the American release Zaku 1. Now, I'm going to show you the difference between them both, and this is a versus video, and you guys tell me what you think is better. Is it the American release with their numbers on the shield, or is it the Japanese release with the panel lining and whatnot, as you can see here? And I want you guys to tell me at the end of the video what you think looks better, the Japanese version or the American release. Now I'm going to get into them both. So figure wise, you can see that they're quite different. Like the Japanese version, when I like the panel lining on this just looks really nice, and like the color's a bit darker as well on certain parts of it. The USA version does have like extra stuff, like the red on it on the sides of the spike shoulder here and at the bottom of the feet. It's also got numbers which make it really successful than the Japanese version, and I'll get in about the numbers in a wee second. But I'll show off the Zaku 2s for you guys so you can see the difference between them, and I'll show them side by side. And then at the back, you can see the difference here. Again, the panel lining is probably one of the best. Like my favorite panel line's got to be on the Tallgeese because it's white, but like the panel lining done on the Zaku 2 is absolutely amazing. Definitely one of the best panel lined figures from the Japanese release. On the side here, again, another wee symbol here that you don't have on the Japanese release. And back to the front again. And I'll go on the side now. So there's a number on the American release, and I'm going to tell you something. See, the Americans, they know how to sell their figures. And they made a number of 01 to 09 because they wanted it to be a collectible thing and they wanted people to get more. So see, for collectors like ourselves out there that want to have like almost every type of figure, if you wanted to complete the Zaku set, you'd have to get 9 more Zakus to complete the American release of the Zaku 2 set. Another fun fact as well is that the Zaku 2 like came with the tank and the 2 ship set, but this one has the option to come with that set, or it comes by itself. But the American release only released the one that came with the tank set. Now there's probably a lot more of the Japanese ones going around, but it's amazing that there's like loads of tank sets with the Zaku 2s out there in the American release. See the Japanese release, and that's another fun thing as well. The one that comes out with the tank looks a bit different from the Japanese one that I've got here at the moment. Basically, the color looks a bit different on the Japanese one, like with the tank set. It looks darker than the original one, and I don't know why they did that, but it is what it is. And I'm happy that we get to have more different variants of the Zaku 2 because I like the Zaku 2 a lot. It's one of my favorite grunt mobile suit figures. And on the American release, as I told you, every number is different for which Zaku you're trying to buy, and it will say it on the box as well. I'll say this box will contain 01 before you even buy it, which is also a really good thing as well. So if you wanted to get all of them, you had to collect all 9 of the American releases, and there's only 2 or 3 versions of the Zaku 2 Japanese version 1 release, and that is the green one anyway, not including the Shars one. So we're talking about the green one and not including the other variants like the Johnny Raiden or the white one or the Black Tri-Stars one. But this one had the original one, which is this, which looks just very normal but just panel lined. and then it had the tank set, which I've told you about before, which is a bit darker, and it's got the Tetsu set, which is, Tetsu is a band in Japan that released like their logo on a Japanese box, and you can, in the Japanese box it contained the Japanese Zaku 2, and that color is very similar to the Zaku 2 that's in the tank set, except the difference is between the two is that it doesn't have the Tetsu logos on it. It has the Tetsu logo on the shield, which is very cool. And I think Tetsu was like a fan, like they're a band and they're like a fan of the Gundam franchise, and they wanted to promote it somehow, and that's what they did. And again, I think that is very cool. More Zaku 2 variants, which again, you can never have enough of Zaku 2 variants. Figure-wise, the articulation for it is the exact same. There's no difference in the figure. I guess, like, maybe there's a tad more arm movability, or it's either that or it's just loose. And I'd probably say it's just a bit more loose, the Japanese one. So there's no difference in articulation. There's no difference in weapons. All the weapons look very, like, the exact same. So that's why I'm not showing off any weapons of the two. And again, the only thing that is different about this figure is the looks, and of course the numbers, which everybody loves if they collect the Zakus and know what I'm talking about. I have 1 to 9, and I'll show a video off in that in the foreseeable future. But right now, what do you guys think? Which version do you think is better, the Japanese version or the American release number edition version? Personally, I prefer the Japanese edition. I think that one's a lot better than the American edition. I love the numbers, don't get me wrong, but for me, it's got to be the Japanese edition. I just think it looks so clean and loyal to like the original like series, and it doesn't have all these symbols on it, which I actually prefer it looking like this without all the extra symbols on it and whatnot. Like the Xeon symbols, the red, this symbol here, and the other Xeon symbol on the shield. It just looks like a Zaku too, like as if like the only thing that's like making it not look like a Zaku 2 is this at the back, and that is the release date of when it came out. So this came out in 1999 in China, and this one, the USA release, came out in 2001, which is very cool. Like they got the different dates on it, and I'll see if I can get a close up of the dates for you guys. Can you see it on the back there? The difference between the dates at the back of the skirt there. You can see that they say the exact same thing, but one is 2001 and one is 1999. And it's also got the, I believe this is the serial number here. I don't know. I don't know what this number is. If somebody would want to tell me in the comments below if they know what this number is, but the Japanese version doesn't have it. The only thing that makes it not fully like a Zaku 2 from the show is this number here of when it came out. But yeah, again, as I said, tell me what you guys think. What do you think's better? You know my opinion. I love the Japanese Zaku 2, and I'm just a guy that loves panel lining, so yeah. The Zaku 2 takes it for me, the Japanese version. And again, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. A lot of people have different opinions, so don't worry if your opinion's different from mine. I don't care. Just tell me what you think's better, the Japanese release or the American number release. And thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate you guys watching the video, and I'll be making more videos in the foreseeable future for Gundam MSIA content. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment to the video because it helps me out in the YouTube algorithm. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.